For a nation battling the COVID-19 pandemic, the new year brought much needed and welcome news for India. The country approved for emergency 2 vaccines against the coronavirus. On 16 January, India kick-started the world's biggest vaccine rollout with not 1 but 2 vaccines. One of them developed indigenously. The development gave the world a glimpse into India's enormous reservoirs of the scientific talent. But the battle against the virus could not be won with the development of the vaccine alone. It had to be taken to the crores of the people who needed it. How was all this achieved? Let's find out in a special report, The Journey of COVID-19 Vaccine.
The greater the obstacle, the more glory in overcoming it. For India, the COVID-19 pandemic brought out the truth of this timeless quote. A country whose health infrastructure has quite a lot of catching up to do with other developed nations successfully rolled out 2 COVID-19 vaccines. It was only made possible by the tireless efforts of scientists, doctors, and the positive attitude of an enabling government.
जहां एक तरफ हम 2020 को पलटकर देख रहे हैं, अपने डॉक्टरों को सैल्यूट कर रहे हैं, अपने हेल्थ वर्कर्स को सैल्यूट कर रहे हैं, अपने फ्रंट लाइन वर्कर्स को सैल्यूट कर रहे हैं, और उसके साथ साथ हम अपने वैज्ञानिकों को भी सैल्यूट कर रहे हैं, जिनके प्रयासों से देश में इस दौरान कोविड का वायरस भी जो है सबसे पहले आइसोलेट करने वाले देशों में भारत था। कोविड के वायरस की जीनोम सीक्वेंसिंग करने वाले देशों के अंदर भी हम लोग शुरुआती दौर से अपनी साइंस की लेबॉरेटरीज में करते थे, और कोविड के वायरस को बायो रिपोजिटरीज के अंदर हजारों की तादाद में रिसर्च के लिए स्टोर करने वाले भी हम लोग थे। आप जानते हैं कि वैज्ञानिकों के सद प्रयासों से अभी देश में, हमारे भारत में बहुत सारे वैक्सीन्स के डेवलपमेंट के ऊपर काम हो रहा है। अगर मैं नंबर की बात करूं तो अलग अलग स्थानों पर, चाहे वो इंडस्ट्री हो, चाहे वो एकेडमिक इंस्टीट्यूशंस हो, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ हो, वहाँ पर सब जगह पर मिलाकर करीब 30 जो है वैक्सीन के कैंडिडेट्स खाली भारत में हैं, और इसमें से 7 वैक्सीन कैंडिडेट ऐसे हैं जो क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स और प्री क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स के एडवांस फेजेस के अंदर है, और उसमें जो 2 वैक्सीन्स ऐसी हैं जिनके बारे में हम लोग जानते हैं, जिनके बारे में सारे देश ने जो घोषणा है उसको सुना है कि 2 हमारी वैक्सीन्स जो है उनको इमरजेंसी यूज ऑथराइजेशन मिल गया है, और उन वैक्सीन्स को देश की, समाज के लोगों की कोविड से सुरक्षा के लिए उन वैक्सीन्स का इस्तेमाल करने की स्टेज के अंदर हम सब लोग आज आकर खड़े हो गए हैं।
In the first phase of the vaccination drive, nearly 1 crore health workers, 2 crore frontline workers, and 27 crore people from prioritized age groups will be vaccinated. The central government will bear the entire cost of vaccinating the healthcare workers and the frontline workers. 2 vaccine doses will be given at a 28-day interval. The effectiveness of the vaccine will be felt within 14 days after the second dose. To register for the vaccination, the government has developed the CoWIN or COVID Vaccine Intelligence Network app. This will help real-time monitoring of vaccine delivery and distribution. Initially, the CoWIN platform will track the vaccination drive from back end to beneficiaries. The app can record vaccine data after registration by the user. The centre has allotted the initial procurement of 1 crore 65 lakh vaccine doses to all states and union territories. This is in line with database of healthcare workers for each individual state. It also underlines that there is no discrimination against any state. India started its inoculation drive with the vaccines Covishield and Covaxin. Covishield has been developed by Oxford University and British-Swedish company AstraZeneca. It is being manufactured by the Serum Institute of India, headquartered in Pune. Covaxin is indigenously developed by Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech in collaboration with the Indian Council of Medical Research and the National Institute of Virology. The DCGI granted approval to both vaccines on the basis of recommendations of a COVID-19 Subject Expert Committee of the Central Drug Standard Control Organization.
The Subject Expert Committee of Central Drug Standard Control Organization met on 1st and 2nd January 2021 and made recommendations in respect of proposal for restricted emergency approval of COVID-19 virus vaccine of Serum Institute of India and Messrs. Bharat Biotech, as well as Phase 3 clinical trial of Messrs. Cadila Healthcare Limited. The Subject Expert Committee consists of domain knowledge experts from the field of pulmonology, immunology, microbiology, pharmacology, pediatrics, internal medicine, etc. Messrs. Serum Institute of India, Pune has presented a recombinant chimpanzee adenovirus vector, Covishield, encoding the SARS-CoV-2 spike S glycoprotein with technology transfer from AstraZeneca, Oxford University. The firm submitted safety, immunogenicity and efficacy data generated on 23,745 participants aged more than or equal to 18 years or older from overseas clinical studies. The overall vaccine efficacy was found to be 70.42%. Further, Messrs. Serum was granted permission to conduct Phase 2/Phase 3 clinical trial on 1,600 participants within the country. The firm also submitted the interim safety and immunogenicity data generated from this trial, and the data was found comparable with the data from overseas clinical studies.
In order to build trust and tackle false information about the vaccines, the centre has asked the states to focus on communication. It has asked them to create an enabling information environment that highlights that the vaccines are safe and immunogenic. According to the World Health Organization guidelines, any COVID-19 vaccine that has a 50% efficacy with a lower bound of 30% meets the standards for initial authorization.
No, the first one is related to efficacy. Now, all of us know that at least so far, wherever the data for efficacy has been published, all the vaccines which have been using spike protein have given efficacy rate of beyond 90%. When WHO had said that even a rate above 50% would be sufficient for public health purposes. So we have exceeded that part. Both the vaccines that are going to be given in this rollout as of now, they are using spike protein. And Bharat Biotech vaccine actually has a complete virus right there. So essentially, our immune system will react against almost every kind of antigen that can provoke the immune system to produce antibody. So there are no issues with respect to expected efficacy, if at all, if we were to say it that way.
Union Minister Dr. Harshvardhan also sought to dispel rumors about the vaccine. He allayed fears about the side effects in both men and women. The minister has been equally active in busting myths like Indian vaccines being less effective than the foreign ones. The government has underlined 5 key principles for the COVID-19 vaccination exercise. These are people's participation, utilization of experiences from elections at the booth level and from universal immunization programs, no compromise of existing healthcare services, no compromise on scientific and regulatory norms and other standard operation procedures, and an orderly and smooth implementation driven by technology. It is also said that the entire exercise could last beyond a year.
The reason is, this is a pandemic that has come after 100 years. So far, we have done beyond expectations of everybody. We have restricted this particular curve only to the first wave itself. And yet, at this juncture, the anxiety is people are losing due to COVID fatigue. They are not following COVID appropriate behavior. One more weapon in armamentarium, that is vaccine, may help us in a bigger way to try and curtail this infection. I think we need to weigh all these issues really well, take a position, be role models, be at least people who will allay the anxiety of the lay population all around us and ensure that India comes out of this particular outbreak dramatically fast and quickly enough to ensure that this doesn't affect our country in a wrong way.
Information, education and communication material will be displayed at the vaccination sites in regional languages. This shall be provided by the state governments. These will highlight 3 key messages, including the importance of following COVID-appropriate behavior even after vaccination. The government has also spoken about other vaccines that will be available soon. In the coming days, India will see vaccines from Zydus Cadila, Sputnik V, Biological E and Genoa that are currently in advanced stages of clinical trials.
We have done really well. We have in India been able to curtail this outbreak from becoming too severe. We still continue to have the first wave of this outbreak. But we must also remember that rest of the world, where people did not follow COVID appropriate behavior probably well, you find that despite having low population density, the second and third wave has dramatically increased their caseloads as well as those who tend to get admitted in the hospital. Now, we also find that people are getting tired of using following this COVID appropriate behavior, but we need to ensure that if COVID appropriate behavior have led us this far, an addition of vaccine would probably make us far more safer than what we would be minus a vaccine. So a decision has to be taken by all of us. But at the same time, I must also emphasize that whether you receive a vaccine, whether you don't receive a vaccine, please ensure that you will follow the COVID appropriate behavior for next couple of years at least, so that the risk for you, the people living with you, your own family member, your friends would be safer in this world.
The journey of COVID-19 vaccine was no doubt possible due to the stupendous efforts of Indian scientists. But it also owes a lot to the support and strong leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Right from the initial days of the pandemic, the Narendra Modi government made it clear to the scientific leadership that it had the full support of the administration. Early in May 2020, a task force was set up to encourage indigenous research and development in vaccines and in developing pharmaceutical kits.
Never before had we ever thought that in a period of less than 12 months, we would have vaccines developed. The capacities of India as a vaccine developer, as a vaccine manufacturer, are globally recognized. 60% of the world's immunization program vaccines are produced within the country. But here it was a challenge for COVID, and our vaccine developers all came together, quickly started their work. And today we all know we have a large number of candidates, more than 30 candidates being worked upon, 6 candidates already for human trials. We have 3 candidates in phase 3 human trials, many of them which are in advanced stages, and other 2 or 3 in late stages of preclinical, which should be rolling into the clinical trials. We're very proud of our scientists. We're very proud of the work that they've done. We did facilitate them, as I said, by creating a very strong ecosystem. For the clinical trials, we've been able to set up clinical trial sites. For the immunogenicity assays, we've set up a network of immunogenicity assay labs. We've created COVID-specific biorepositories, which have the samples, clinical samples, viral samples, which have been so important for all the research work that has been done by the researchers. Whether it's the validation of the kits, whether it's assays for the vaccine development, each of them, we've brought in facilitation guidelines. We brought in specimen sharing guidelines, which has allowed specimens to move and be shared for research purposes. We have also brought out the rapid response regulatory framework, which has helped in taking this regulatory pathway, ensuring that there is clear the transparency, there is efficiency without compromising on the quality of the data that comes out. So I think this entire facilitation that we've done has added value to this excellent work being done by our scientists. And I must say that today, if India has been able to respond, it's because we had a very well-established ecosystem.
In August 2020, a national expert group in vaccine administration for COVID-19, or NEGVAC, was set up. Headed by Dr. V.K. Paul, member Health Niti Aayog, the NEGVAC provided guidance on prioritization of population groups, procurement and inventory management, vaccine selection, and vaccine delivery and tracking mechanism. Throughout the pandemic, during all testing times, Prime Minister Modi kept alive the hopes of the vaccine in the minds of the people. In his Independence Day address, the Prime Minister announced that 3 coronavirus vaccines are at different stages of testing in India. He also stressed that the government had a plan to ensure that a vaccine, when approved, will reach every Indian.
भारत में एक नहीं, 2 नहीं, 3 वैक्सीन उसके टेस्टिंग के अलग अलग चरण में है। वैज्ञानिकों से जब हरी झंडी मिल जाएगी, बड़े पैमाने पर प्रोडक्शन होगा और उसकी तैयारियां भी पूरी तरह रेडी हैं और तेजी से प्रोडक्शन के साथ वैक्सीन हर भारतीय तक कम से कम समय में कैसे पहुंचे, उसका खाका भी तैयार है, उसका रूपरेखा भी तैयार है।
Before commencing the vaccination drive in India, countrywide dry runs were conducted to test the mechanisms for vaccination in the states. The dry runs provided insights into the gaps that had to be addressed before the actual vaccination drive commenced. The dry run was aimed at equipping the entire administration and management with information about the vaccine supply, storage and logistics, and cold chain management. Various activities were conducted in all state capitals in at least 3 session sites. They also included districts that are located in difficult terrains or had poor logistical support. At At the beginning of the vaccination drive, Union Minister Dr. Harshvardhan announced that the vaccination drive was based on election process. Planned down to the booth level, the exercise involved training over 57,000 participants across 719 districts. 96,000 vaccinators were also trained. Just a few days before vaccine rollout on 16th January, the logistical challenges in reaching the last mile in the country were addressed. It was an equally mammoth task to transport COVID-19 vaccines across the country. Aviation regulator DGCA issued guidelines to all aircraft operators on delivering the COVID-19 vaccines. Packed in dry ice containers, they were delivered to various parts of the country. The government made several mini hubs to transport the COVID vaccines to 41 airports across the country. From the center to the states, all the relevant agencies of the government firmed up their plans and fine-tuned logistical details. As the vaccines rollout started, the government assured that the pricing was the most cost-effective in the world. Pfizer-BioNTech's vaccine needs to be stored at -70 degrees Celsius. It is priced at $19.5 per dose. Vaccines of other manufacturers like Moderna, Sinopharm, Sinovac Biotech, Navovax, Gamaleya Center and Johnson & Johnson also need a storage temperature of 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. They are priced at or above 734 rupees per dose.
70 डिग्री माइनस पर रखा जाना होता है। तो ये तो विश्व का सिनेरियो। हमारे देश में क्या हो रहा है? हमारे देश का सिनेरियो ये है, भारत सरकार ने 110 लाख डोजेज कोविशील्ड वैक्सीन की SII यानी सीरम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंडिया से एट द कॉस्ट ऑफ ₹200 पर डोज प्रोक्योरमेंट करने का एग्रीमेंट किया है। इसी प्रकार भारत सरकार ने कोवैक्सीन वैक्सीन की 55 लाख डोजेज भारत बायोटेक से प्रोक्योर करने का निर्णय लिया है। ये जो 55 लाख हैं, इनमें से 38,50,000 डोजेज ऐसी हैं जिनकी कीमत 295 रुपये प्रति डोज है, excluding taxes obviously, because the earlier rates were also excluding taxes. BBIL is providing 16.50 lakh doses of Covaxin free of cost to the central government as a special gesture. तो अगर आप ये पूरे 55 लाख का दाम देखें, क्योंकि हम भुगतान 38,50,000 का ही करेंगे और 16,50,000 फ्री में उपलब्ध कराई जाएंगी, तो उसकी प्रति डोज की कॉस्ट 206 रुपये होती। हम चाहते थे कि ये जानकारी हम आपसे शेयर करें ताकि इस पर जो लेस देन एडिक्वेटली इन्फॉर्म्ड डिस्कशंस हो रहे हैं उन पर विराम लगे।
Covishield is safe and immunogenic, and the data showed that it is non-inferior to the UK product. 2 vaccines now available not only for the Indian people, but it is a ray of hope for the people in the low and middle income countries.
On the other hand, the central government is procuring 110 lakh doses of Covishield vaccine from the Serum Institute of India at 200 rupees per dose excluding taxes. 55 lakh doses of Covaxin are also being procured from Bharat Biotech India Limited. While the cost of 38.5 lakh doses of Covaxin is 295 rupees per dose excluding taxes, the rest of 16.5 lakh doses of Covaxin are being provided free of cost to the government by Bharat Biotech. This has brought the cost of Covaxin to 206 rupees per dose. The government has been equally insistent that people cannot afford to lower their guard. It has laid stress on continuing COVID-appropriate behavior, containment strategies, contact tracing, and maintaining standards for caring for positive patients. Dr. Vicky Paul appealed to healthcare workers and all others to come forward for vaccination and reiterated the proven safety and immunogenicity aspects of the two vaccines. He also called upon NGOs eager to work for this national mission of vaccination to contact and coordinate with district administrations.
दोनों ही वैक्सीन जो इमरजेंसी यूज ऑथराइजेशन के लिए कर दिए गए हैं, ऑथराइज कर दिए गए हैं, वो बिल्कुल हमें कोई डाउट नहीं होना चाहिए कि वो सेफ हैं। ये दोनों वैक्सीन सेफेस्ट ऑफ द वैक्सीन हैं। इनका अगर आप डेटा देखें, हजारों व्यक्तियों में इनको टेस्ट किया गया है, दोनों वैक्सीन को कुल मिला के अगर आप देखें तो साइड इफेक्ट्स आर नेग्लिजिबल।
The government has repeatedly assured the safety and immunogenicity aspects of the vaccine. It has exhorted the media to play an effective role in COVID-19 vaccination through correct messaging, confidence building, and creating a positive environment for vaccination in the country. With this note, that's all for now. Stay tuned with Rajya Sabha Television.